Daydreaming on a cloud with you like horizon. With you tonight as on an island.
Hey my beautiful kings, queens, and rarities. This is a POV of me consistently losing my sugar honey iced tea. So I hope that all you guys are having a wonderful day. Per usual, remembering to love yourself because honestly self-love is key. We're going upstairs. Gosh, this is such a beautiful house that we have. I'm young and learning life consistently. It is no reason that I look this light skinned. Like, for starters, I'm caramel. I am not light skinned. People be like, there's no difference. POV, I'm losing my sugar honey iced tea. When am I not losing my sugar honey iced tea? All the time. That's the child walking in. So I struggle with being in a relationship after not being in a relationship for 4 years. When you've gone from being like, fuck everything is about my peace and my healing and my life and success, and only that, it's no man involved, it's no body involved, it's only you really versus you. A full relationship, not a situationship, a full relationship. And my boyfriend and I went into it fast. Some people might say like, we didn't really date that long. We dated for probably like 3 weeks and then got in a relationship. So with that being said, it's new. It's something I have to learn how to adapt to. But here's the thing. It's like, you gotta learn the person's schedule. Y'all gotta work around each other and learn to love each other. One reason why I was not in a relationship for so long is because I feel like sometimes, a lot of times as a woman, we do get, even a man told me this, we lose sometimes our focus in our relationships for ourselves. Hey, if you're not a woman who does that, then perfectly fine for you. But I know for a fact that sometimes I can be so involved with a man that sometimes I will not be that focused. I'm gonna just be completely honest with y'all. And due to that, I remember a guy told me the same thing. I was like, I had my friend of benefits friend, and some people be like, why do you still talk about these things in your relationship? My boyfriend knows what I talk about. Okay, so we've already had the conversations, and I just want to let y'all know that this is, my boyfriend knows. He watches my YouTube videos. I love you. I love you. A friend of benefits. He literally told me, he was like, basically when girls get in relationships, like, they lose a lot of their focus. And it's like, yes, because for men, let's go off of the terms of what the roles and the relationships are nowadays. Not nowadays, but how it used to be. And I sometimes, it's still like the traditional woman mindset, because I love y'all know I love my feminine energy, my feminine ways. So being able to be a feminine woman around a man is just so key to me. You hear me? You hear me? Like, I want to be feminine, I want to be soft, and I want to go with the flow, and I want to, you know, and I feel like, okay, so let's get into it. So for a man, they're supposed to be, you know, a man. That doesn't go into detail, Katie. Okay, but basically for a man, they're supposed to be a man. For a woman, we're supposed to be nurturers. How do you nurture someone? You make them feel soft. You make them feel like they're in a safe space. Like, there are keys to being a nurturing woman that a lot of people don't really talk about. And I feel like sometimes when it comes to trying to be a nurturing woman, you sometimes don't know how to. I feel like you could get so focused on nurturing your man that you don't know how to nurture yourself. And that's probably something I need to gain focus back of nurturing myself and loving, not loving myself, because I mean, I still do love myself, but make sure I like make time for myself. And like my boyfriend, he'll be like, yeah, if you need some time alone, just let me know. And I'm like, I be wanting to do that, but when I be around you, I just want to be around you. But I will say we have gotten better, okay, than what we were. I feel like the background of my house is just so beautiful. Munchkin, Rocco. What we're gonna do is we're gonna write some affirmations. Now, I've been losing my sugar honey iced tea when it came to affirmations, for the simple reason, when it comes to me saying my affirmations, I noticed, because I would be like getting into the habit of changing my whole routine and just be wanting to talk to my man, I have lost focus of saying my affirmations at the same time that I used to say them. So until I build that routine back up, I'll still say them throughout the day, but it's not something that like I feel that is it's not something that like I feel like I can't find a way around it. You know, I'm delusional. Okay. And with being delusional, I'm gonna find a way to do everything. Okay. So what we're thinking is, I remember talking to this brother. I probably shared this with you guys, but I remember talking to this brother, and this brother was basically explaining to me that when it comes to him and his affirmations, he wants to make sure he kept it in his subconscious mind. So while he would sleep, he would while he was asleep, he would listen to affirmations through voice memos. I feel like y'all are too far. He would listen to affirmations through voice memos. And I was like, that's pretty cool. I like that concept. So that's something that I was like keeping in the back of my mind, but I never really did it. So that's something that we're going to try attempting to do. Now it's January 4th. And with it being January 4th, I feel like I still have not written my affirmations. I am very grateful to say that I at least did like some of my rituals, but I have not written my affirmations at all. So because of that, with me, your life is hectic because you make it like hectic. I don't have any other chaos in my life, so I make my life chaos. Does that make sense? Yes, it does. With that being said, I can't focus. I can't focus for shit while even talking to you guys, because I just had some coffee, and then on top of that, having coffee, I also just had some trees, and I'm just kind of like running back and forth right now. But do you guys understand what I'm saying? We're trying to get focused. So we're writing affirmations for January 4th, but for the rest of January. But here's the thing. So I was saying the same prayers throughout all last year, the same ones, like to the point where I remember them by heart. And I can actually share with you guys. So it was, dear spirit guides, ancestors, and universe, I am learning to let go of things and surrender. I am finding beauty in letting go of control and being accepting to help. I pray that I think peace, speak peace. I say it so much that it's like kind of off. I just say it really fast, but I'm trying to make sure I enunciate, because that's what people have been telling me to do. This is one reason why I really would like to either go back to school or do something that is increasing my knowledge, because hello, I feel dumb. I pray that I think peace, speak peace, and that I am peace. I pray that I think truth, speak truth, and that I am truth. I pray that I think love, speak love, and that I am love. I pray that everything that I attract carries high, harmonious vibrations and intentions. May the light within me serve as a beacon for those who need it. And then I would say a prayer for being a light worker. I will also say my Yoni prayer, because y'all know we love to pray as Yoni. And then on top of that, I will also say, I remember at some point last year, it was someone basically, like, it was like a tarot reading or something. And they were like, make sure that you learn to surrender, because that is something that I was practicing a lot throughout my journey, like not having control, like trying to have control. So it was like, I accept things that I cannot change. I have the courage to change things that I can, and wisdom to know the difference. Because typically I want to control everything and take power over everything. And that's still something I struggle to deal with, but it's something I am making progress on. So that was one prayer. And then another one was towards my ancestors. I ask that you align me with a timeline of ease. I will learn through softness and grace. I will learn through joy and laughter. I release my desire to learn through pain and devastation. I choose ease. So I feel like a lot of last year was making my life, like, it was kind of preparing me for this year, of basically making me know that I do not have to spend that much time. Like, my life doesn't have to be that complicated. I don't have to always control everything. I like somewhat go with the flow. And I feel like that is something that I do want to, like, one thing I do love about my relationship is that it makes me want to be more feminine. And I love that, because I've always seek to be more feminine. I feel like I'm still learning how to have my masculine ways, but a lot of my masculine ways comes through my discipline and my consistency and my connection with the higher power. So like my affirmations, the going to the gym, the content, like those are my masculine ways. But as the way how I walk throughout life, that's kind of the way how I want that feminine energy to be, like that feminine energy approach. As to like, so my daily life, I want the feminine energy, but as to like career wise, as to like just what type of lifestyle I want, I feel like that's a lot of my masculine energy can come into place. I am so proud of the fact that I am not in the same place where I was last year, January. Like, hello, we still got problems, but I am most definitely more happier. I am most definitely more, I will say, I am way more healthier. I might have had, like right now, I currently is still having the back problems. But I am more healthier to the point where I'm not in a state of pain. I'm not in a state of sorrow. I still want to be in a state of healing and getting to know myself. And I still am in a state of getting to healing. I'm not even in a state of healing. I'm not in my healing journey no more right now. I'm really focused on like what type of life I want for myself. As soon as I turned 20, I was like, bro, I want to change my life. I feel like I wanted a career. Like I wanted to be more focused. I feel like I spent time healing and learning to get to know myself. I spent like 2 years getting to know myself, getting to learn boundaries, getting to be one with affirmations, getting certain habits built. I would say that. So building the gym habit, building the affirmation habit, building the habit of consistently uploading, building the habit of cooking often, building the like I learned discipline. I feel like that's what I learned over the 2 years, but I also learned how to love myself, appreciate myself, and value myself. Now we're here to who I am now. And throughout being here with myself, it's just kind of one of those things where I'm like, I want more for myself. And I feel like being in this relationship has taught me that I deserve more because of the way how my man treats me. But then on top of that, because it's like I think for the longest time, I'm not gonna say I didn't believe that there were a lot of things that I could accomplish, but I'm really in this state where I'm like, you can't tell me that I can't accomplish shit. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, that's how I've really been feeling lately. Like, you can't tell me that my discipline cannot increase. You cannot tell, like, I feel like I have learned how to become cocky. And that's something my BB, like, my BB was talking to me about, but basically in life, like, sometimes you gotta learn how to not let people walk over you. And I feel like I'm getting to the point where I'm like, girl, you could do anything. Like, for real. Like, delusional. And I love it here because it's just like, I feel like this is a state where it's like, yeah, you know, you're really her. You feel me? Like, and not saying like you're really her, but you're really at that point where it's like nothing can stop you besides yourself. I feel like nothing can stop you besides yourself. And I know I developed that idea for that ideology like a long time ago, but it's at the point where it was just like, it's here. It's like, no. Like, you really stand on that. Nothing can stop you besides yourself. So with that being said, I feel like, yeah, right now I don't have my routine. Yeah, right now I don't have my discipline. Yeah, right now I don't have this. But at the same time, one thing you better know about me is that if I need to lock in, I'm gonna lock the fuck in. And one of my favorite things to say about myself is lock the fucking goddess. And I'm grateful to say that I have a man that is there for me, that teaches me and tells me lock the fucking goddess. I'm appreciative of that. So because of that, I gotta get myself on the train. My man already there. I gotta get myself there. Then he'd be like, you don't listen. And I'm like, you're right. Because there was nobody ever here to tell me what the fuck to do. I don't want to listen because you're telling me to do it. What is the solution to these problems, right? For one, we're about to write down all the new prayers. I have found some new prayers on Pinterest. I don't make my own prayers. If I feel like I need to make my own prayers, I will. But at some point in my journey, I will make my own prayers. I say prayers and affirmations, but I'm going to record a voice memo of, you are so cute. I'm going to record the voice memos of my affirmations to make sure that whenever I'm like typically at work, because I still work a lot, that I'm still getting those affirmations in my subconscious mind, and that I'll like consistently still say it out loud to myself. Because I know if I'll hear it, I'll start repeating it, you know. But that's just to make sure that I keep those affirmations going, to make sure that that's something that I like. Affirmations is not something I want to lose ever in my life, just because of the fact that it's really like it's that personal development that a lot of people tend to lack. It's something that teaches me how to be happy. Another thing that I do want to increase is my gratitude. I feel like I am a very grateful person, and I still love that. But something that has made life so much of an easier approach to me was consistently practicing gratitude, like every damn day. And I remember seeing that Oprah, she was like, she writes down 5 reasons why she's grateful. And the reason be like that is because it keeps you in that high frequency of, this is something that makes me happy. I feel like another thing that I have stopped losing consciousness to is the way how music makes me feel, and making sure that I go on a consistent routine of music. But at the same time, I've been trying to increase my knowledge. So I'm changing from being a person who is like strictly focusing on healing to now being a person that's just like, okay, now I want to be back into my spiritual ways, as far as journaling consistently, saying my affirmations consistently, making sure I work out that meditation aspect. But then at the same time, and then for my spiritual journey, cooking is a very spiritual practice for me. But cooking, as well as still taking care of my plants, those are things that I want to continue on. As far as like putting so much time into researching spirituality into studying what this is, into studying what the angel numbers are. Like, that's not something I want to do anymore. I want to get my life together, you know? And I feel like, like when I turned 20, I was like, no, I want to get my life together. And some people, that's just how I felt. Like, you know how when you turn a different age, something's gonna feel a little different. That's how I felt. I was like, you did this, now it's time to change your mind and do something else. And that's something that I'm telling myself consistently. But I know that the affirmations will change. Like, okay, let's tell you guys what the affirmations were for December. So, I don't chase, I abstain from rushing my journey. Something about, I said, my boyfriend and I, we work to love each other without conditions. I am high off of life. Like, things, it was like, okay, my spiritual journey. This is what a lot of my affirmations were about. Now, it's affirmations. It would be like, okay, I'm one with my intuition. My home is protected. I will say, I had like a few that were like goals, you know. So for me now, it's like, okay, so I have a gratitude prayer that I'm going to start writing down. That's most likely going to be my prayers for the rest of the year. Depending how long I want to say the prayers for, it will be that time frame. And then I want to have affirmations. Yup. Oh, Rocco, I told you to stay. Hey Rarity, so the prayers for 2024 are one that is telling my spirit guides and ancestors and mother that I will surrender my agenda, timelines, and desires to them. I like that one because it allows for me to realize that some things that I want are just wants and desires rather than things that I need for my journey. So it allows for me to like kind of it allows for me to make sure that I have a clear path for myself. Another one is a gratitude prayer, so saying that my life is great, because majority of the time life really is great. As long as I keep believing that it's great, I'm going to remain happy. Majority of the time, Rarities, y'all really not sad. You just keep making yourself sad because of the way how you're thinking about life. One prayer is I will remain focused on my goals. I like that one because I'm always striving for success. That's something I love, and I admire my discipline about myself. One is basically saying that I am grateful for financial stability. I have 2 jobs. A lot of people can't do that. And even if you don't have a job, or if you have a lot of jobs, if you have like a career, that's wonderful. But I still have 2 sources of income. I'm grateful for that. I might get one source of income one day, but at the end of the day, I feel like I'm still striving and I still have some form of finances coming into my pocket, and I appreciate that. One prayer is for Mother Gaia, so making sure that I stay connected to Mother Nature. That's how I feel connected to the higher power. Another prayer is for releasing guilt. A lot of people have a lot of guilt on them, therefore they remain like it eats them up. So that's why I like accountability. One prayer is for Yimaye, because I will be getting into my Afro spirituality at some point in my journey, but I'm waiting on divine timing for that. I'm not about to rush myself for that. Another prayer is for sacred woman, remaining a sacred woman, and then we have a Yoni prayer. Bye. Okay, peace, Rarities. I'm done. I'm completely done. That took me roughly about 2 hours to do, but the final part ending, it's cool. You know, it's giving what it needs to give. Man, I love recording with this tripod. I feel like it's so beneficial. So let's show y'all. Sorry for the wobbly legs. Work with me, not against me. I do have to put a sticky note here so that I do remember, because honestly, this journal is, do y'all have journals and y'all journals are for some odd reason like just mixed up? Like my journal, all of my journals are very mixed up for some odd reason. Like I have Forex Naya in this journal, and then I also have Affirmation Queen in this journal. Oh, that's why I didn't write. And then I also have like, yeah, Affirmation Queen in this journal. So boom, let's show you guys these. I don't know if you guys can see it, excuse my handwriting, but I need to put some nails on. Nah, I don't. These are January, so it says prayers for January 2023, but I ended up saying them, like I said, for all of 2023. I'm excited for spring equinox, but this is like really my affirmation journal, but it does have different parts of me in the journal. Anyways, so my prayers are 2 pages alone, 4 pages alone, 5 pages alone. Let me see, 1 2 3 4 5 pages alone. Okay, so because of that, I was like, this most definitely needs to go in the audio. I already recorded the audio, so we'll work on listening to that throughout the day. That's not really a problem for me. That's something I can do with ease. I get excited when I write affirmations and quotes. I've been doing this my entire life, so this is something that just always brings me peace and so much joy and just makes me happy to exist. But yeah, I wrote, I don't know how many prayers. Like, I found some prayers I already had in my camera roll, so I utilized those.
So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
9 prayers, and then just some affirmations that I just want to keep saying throughout 2024. And then we have the affirmations for January, which I have to keep adding to it because I forgot my affirmation queen one. But some of the, as long as I get like an overall, as far as the voice audio, I'm okay with adding more affirmations as I go, because I still want to utilize my affirmation book. It's just something that the point of the voice audio is so that I consistently still record, like still say the affirmations no matter what. Like all last month, I found myself not really saying my affirmations that much, which is really odd for me. So for me, I don't want to have an excuse as to why I can't do certain things in my life, you know, like get it out the way so it's done. So yes, roll those affirmations. I think I'm gonna finish off the video with that, rarities. I probably should share some affirmations with y'all. I was talking about abundance. Affirmations for abundance. Hey, well, that's what we're doing. I'm living life on abundance. Every day I am attracting wealth and abundance. I have gratitude for everything I have in my life. Riches continuously flow into my life. I deserve the abundance that enters my life constantly. Today, I will be prosperous. I will manifest abundance into my life, and I pay my expenses with gratitude. Period. We love that. So, Ashe rarities. I love y'all. We gonna get the life together and just keep evolving and keep growing. You know, keep having some great ass orgasms. That's never gonna really change.
It's not that I don't want you here. It's something about the way you stare.